What's up, everybody? We're back in the video today. I hope you're all doing well. I know it's been a minute since I posted. Life's been crazy, but we're back in it. We're going to be posting a bunch of new videos coming up, but this one's just going to be an awesome, simple review of the new Vintage Collection Crosshair. So really solid figure, I'd say. Other than that, huge thank you to all of you. I hit 300 subs. I just can't believe it still. It's just awesome. It's a surreal feeling. So thank you. So everyone that I've met has been wonderful. And I talked to a lot of you. You know who you are on a daily basis, to be honest. And it's just, that's what I wanted out of this. And I really appreciate everybody who watches, comments, whether you like the video or not. I appreciate you watching it. I appreciate you commenting. But without further ado, all right, now let's get on to the figure review. This is the Vintage Collection Crosshair from the Bad Batch, and I guess you could say Season 7 of the Clone Wars, so better half of a decade has gone by and we're just now getting him. Pretty insane if you ask me. I don't know what Hasbro is doing. They're really dropping the ball with a lot of the Clone Wars stuff and Bad Batch stuff, figures and whatever. They definitely didn't waste any time with the Acolyte series, or I don't even remember the name of the other. Oh, Skeleton Crew. They have a bunch of stuff out for that, for the Black series at least. But yeah, they really just don't waste any time for what seems to be every other piece of content other than some of the most popular ones, which are clone related. This point in time, it's a very popular thing to collect our clones. So this figure's awesome. I'm not going to bore you with the articulation overview. I mean, if you're a fan of the new clone mold, you know that the barbell hips are back, which is a huge banger and win for the community. I know it makes the legs super easy to pose. Other than that, it's just the standard articulation that's pretty premium on most of these Vintage Collection figures. So he does have a little bit of reuse. His gauntlet does have the knife insert where Hunter's is. So they definitely used a couple of things from Hunter, which I understand. You got to save on money. But they missed a couple of decals, like his target on his eye on the helmet and the red stripe on his bandolier. That I don't really care about. I know they got it on the Black Series figure, but they missed both of the target painted on his eye on the faceplate of his helmet. That is not featured on the character. And I feel like that's a really cool character piece that's missing for him. Other than that, the blaster folds up real nice into the backpack. The pistol is, yet again, very small, so the hands do not hold it very well. I could barely get this blaster in my rendition of the figure. I'm not sure if anyone else had any issue with it, but the hands are very, very annoying. That's the only thing I would probably change on the new clone body, is maybe they could make the hands hold their weapons and not have the plastic be so gummy feeling, or just, you know, easy to hold on. But other than that, this figure is pretty cool. And it's just kind of sad, like I said previously, that we've waited this long for a Vintage Collection release. I don't know that we'll ever see the return of the Clone Wars stylization line. I think that might be something of the past, sadly. But this is pretty dang close, if you ask me, because it feels like it's ripped straight out of the show, and just given his realistic, I guess you could say, persona on the face sculpt. Because this is also not a removable helmet. This is a ball jointed helmet, so it does have a little bit different stuff, just like the new clone body has utilized the ball jointed head. So I don't really know if that's a win-win for you guys or not. I don't really have a preference as long as the helmet looks really good on the body, but now it does feel a little bit inconsistent with the Hunter figure that does have a removable helmet. But then again, like I said, minor gripes for them just finally being able to be showcased on the same shelf together. All right, let's take a quick look at this awesome head sculpt. I think they nailed it, pretty much on par to what you'd expect for a realistic version of the Tamora Morrison head and his grimacing look. And it's pretty dope. They nailed the tattoo right over his eye, so at least that characteristic is covered. It was not neglected, so that's always a plus. When it comes to decals on these figures, I overall really enjoy this figure, and I recommend it being a pickup. So go on and get yours and complete the second member of your Bad Batch team. And maybe we'll get the other ones when we're much older and have gray hair. And that'll do it for this Crosshair review. All right, everybody, that's going to wrap it up for today's video. I hope you all enjoyed the figure review, and I cannot wait to see you guys next time. Stay tuned. Like I said, a lot of videos to come. So like always, keep it real and peace out.